Nithyanandam to all the participants and all the viewers watching us live right now. Let's get started with the Nithyananda Yoga. Requesting all of you to just grab your mats and come and settle down. We will be starting by invoking the grace and blessings of our beloved Swamiji. Nithyanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gagana Sadrisham Tattvamasyaadilakshyam Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadhi Sakshibhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. The next is chanting the Shiva Mula mantra, where you're going to be invoking Paramashiva in your being. As when you're doing the yoga, it is only from the space of oneness. By becoming Paramashiva, you are doing the Nithyananda Yoga. So now, we'll be chanting the Shiva Mula mantra. As Acharyas, we'll be chanting it out loud for you, but you're going to be chanting it inside within yourself. 11 times. Om Ham Hom Shivaya Namaha. 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 The next is the Tattvachamandam, the ritualistic cleansing. Now bringing your right hand in the Gokarna Mudra, where you're going to be bending your index finger and cupping your palms a little bit. You're going to be pouring some water from your Panchapatram into your palms and sip the water 3 times when the word Svadha is chanted. Om Atma Tattvam Shodhayami Svadha. Om Vidya Tattvam Shodhayami Svadha. Om Shiva Tattvam Shodhayami Svadha. Please wash your right hand. Now with the base of your right hand thumb, move the hand from right to left of your lips twice. Om Ham Hridayaya Namaha. Wash your right hand with the water for the Panchapatram. Now with the tips of your index, middle and ring finger, touch above your upper lips and below the lower lips. Wash your right hand with water for the Panchapatram. Now with the tips of your right hand, index finger and thumb joined together, touch your right nostril, left nostril. With the tips of your right hand, ring finger and thumb joined together, touch your right eye, right ear and your left ear. Wash your right hand with the water from the Panchapatram. Now with the base of your right hand thumb and little finger, touch your navel, right chest, left chest. With your right hand fingertips together, touch the top of your head, right shoulder, left shoulder and your heart center. Yes. The next is the Sankalpa, the conscious resolution. Consciously visualize today. What is it that you want to manifest? As Swamiji says, you are quantum field, right? You can manifest anything you want in your life. You have the ability to change your very biology itself just through your power of your intention. We are now going to be doing the Sankalpa. Now clasping your right hand below your above your left hand and keep both the hands on your right thigh. We will be chanting the Sankalpa mantra. The Sankalpa mantra is going to be helping you to consciously visualize detail as possible how you want to manifest your reality today. Sankalpa. Mamopata samasta durita kshayadvara Bhagavat Shri Nithyananda Paramashiva Prityartam Shri Nithyanandeshwari Paramashiva Shakti Sameta Shri Nithyanandeshwara Paramashiva Prityartam Cha Shri Sarvadeva Devi Swarupa Bhagavan Shri Nithyananda Paramashiva Kripa Katakshena पूरण आरोग्ययुक्त धृतगात्र यौगिकशरीरसिद्ध्यर्थं परमशिवशक्त्याविष्करणार्थं सकुटुम्बस्य ज्ञानवैराग्यजीवन्मुक्तिप्राप्त्यर्थं नित्यानन्दयोगाभ्यासं करिष्ये. Now wash your hands with the water for the Panchapatra. Om Apopaspishya. With that, let's now start with the Nithyananda Yoga. But before that, I request all of you to keep your Panchapatram aside so you can do the yoga comfortably.
Yes, so before we begin the asanas for today, we'll be doing a few warm-ups to loosen out our body. So let's all stand up. Lift up your right leg and let's start with the ankle rotation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Other direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Now let's move to the other leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Other direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Now let's move up to our knees. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Let's do the other direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Now let's do hip rotation. Spread out your legs a little bit. Bring your hands to your hips and go out to the side, to the back and rotate your hips. Feel the stretch. Don't bend your legs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Now let's do the other direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Now let's open up our torso slightly. Let's turn and twist our upper body a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Okay, now we're going to move up to our shoulders. So let's bring our hands on our shoulders and start rotating. When you come to the front, let your elbows touch as much as possible. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Now other direction. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Let's rotate our arms now. So you can, if you have other people next to you, you can even spread out a little so you don't hit anyone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Other direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Okay, now we're going to move on to our head and rotation of the neck. Do it slowly so you don't hurt yourself. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Now move to the other direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Okay, now we'll be moving next into the skeleton dance. It is actually a powerful meditation that will strengthen our bone structure and the integrity that we have. So let's all now enter into the skeleton dance. Take a moment. Visualize yourself as a skeleton. No muscles, no skin, just pure bones. And slowly start shaking your body. Shake your body intensely.
पांडुरंग जय विठ्ठले नित्यानंद नित्य विठ्ठले 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 मुकुंद माधव नित्यानंद मधुसूदन हरि नित्यानंद मधुर मोहन नित्यानंद मंगलमूर्ति नित्यानंद.
I request all of you to shake every single part of your body. Shake, shake, shake as intensely as possible. Let's wake up our body. Let's come to the Jagrat state. Let's not be in Sushupti or Swapna state. I mean, the dreaming state or the deep sleep state, okay? Let's shake every single part. This is the way you're waking up every single part in your body.
नित्यानंद नित्य विठ्ठले पांडुरंग जय विठ्ठले नित्यानंद नित्य विठ्ठले पांडुरंग जय विठ्ठले नित्यानंद नित्य विठ्ठले मेघरूपा नित्यानंद मनस चोरा नित्यानंद
Okay. So today the first asana we have for all of you is Chaturanga Dandasana. This is actually an isometric pose. So first we'll be showing for all of you what is it exactly. So what you're going to be doing, it's similar to plank, but it's similar to you being in plank position, except you'll be lowering yourself down. So this is the Chaturanga Dandasana. Okay. So what a good way to start our yoga. So let's get started. So now, for those of you who are having knee injuries or having some problem with your leg, right, you can do like the simpler version where you can bend your knees down and lean forward and lean your chest downward. So you can have this position.
ಪಾಂಡುರಂಗ ಜಯ ಬಿಟ್ಟಲೇ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ನಿತ್ಯ ಬಿಟ್ಟಲೇ
Okay. So let's now get started. So request all of you to get into the position. Visualize yourself as sturdy as a wooden stick or a staff. Okay. Let's try to be in this position for a minute. This is an isometric pose. It will help each and every one of you.
ಮುರಳಿಲೋಲ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ಮುಕುಂದ ಬಾಲ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ನಂದಕಿಶೋರ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ನರ್ತನ ಸುಂದರ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ಮುರಳಿಲೋಲ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ
Yes, so this is an isometric hold and we're going to be holding it in plank with our hands straight. So this will actually help strengthen our arms so we can hold the asana going forward. So let's all get into the asana, get into a plank. Now try to not keep your body up or down, try being as straight as possible. We're going to be holding the asana for a minute as much as we can.
Let's get started. 3, 2, 1 and start. Chaturanga Dandasana. Viparitam mandalam cha dvide vivritam hinaha dandasanam dvida proktam. Continue to hold the position. When that pressure is happening in you, right? Just visualize Swamiji is there in that area and is initiating you into Tattvamasi, Tattvamasi, Tattvamasi. Just focus in that area.
Just a few more seconds. Okay,
Slowly relax. Yes, that was amazing. All of you could hold this for 1 minute. Okay, so with this, let's now go ahead to the next asana. Yes, we like to apologize for the technical glitch. We'll be now continuing with the yoga. The next asana is Niranjana Karmasana. So what you're going to be doing is you're going to be coming down to a kneeling position, and you're going to be placing the left foot on top of the right leg, and you'll be basically sitting on your buttocks and basically on your heels. And bend forward, and you're going to be placing both your hands at your respective ears, relaxing yourself. Visualize yourself having no karma, being liberated from karma. Gaze forward and engage in Uddiyana Bandha, where you're going to be pulling your stomach in and up, and also repeat the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham in your throat center. Niranjana Karmasana. बालको गर्भसव्यायां तिष्ठे संकुचितो यथा तथा गर्भासने योगी निरंजनविधुं भजेत्. Yes. The next asana we have is the Danda Mayurasana. This is going to be a little complicating asana, and this is like a good workout for your stomach. So we are going to be showing the asana. This is similar to the Mayurasana which we do in the Trithiya Vinyasa Krama. So you can have a look. The acharyas are performing. So this is the Danda Mayurasana.
So earlier in Mayurasana and the Pratama Vinyasa Krama series, the Mayurasana that we did, the legs were slightly up. Here in Danda Mayurasana, our body will be completely straight. So what we're going to be doing is all of you can come onto your hands and bring your elbows on your hips. Move your weight forward, move your body forward, and bring your elbow on your hips. Once you find your balance, like you can actually try moving back and front. At one point, you'll actually see where you're able to find the exact balance. From there, first lift your upper body up. So can we all try? Let's all come into this position. Bring your elbows to your hip over here. Don't bring your elbows together and keep it here, because sometimes there is more muscles over here, so you may not find the balance. So you can actually spread your elbows slightly and keep it over the hips over here. So come here and move your body maybe front and back a little bit, so you're able to find the exact place where you're able to get the balance. And lift your front body up and slowly lift one leg and then the other also. Now, if you're not able to lift both your legs, you can even take a partner support to hold the legs in the back at the beginning until you master this asana. So you can take the partner's help to hold your legs in the back and come into Danda Mayurasana. So let's all attempt. Continue to attempt the asana a few times. See, the key to the asana is shifting your weight forward on your hands. So shift your weight forward and lift up. See, so when you shift your body front, you'll actually find the center of gravity. You'll be able to like balance. So keep trying. Keep trying. At one point, even if your legs lift up in Mayurasana, try slowly bringing your body straight. Let's do it.
As you're doing this asana, visualize yourself as a peacock, engage in a Mula Bandha. Now you're going to be engaging the Samanaka Kumbhaka, where you're going to be having inhale and exhale. You're going to be having a normal breathing pattern. Dandamayurasana. Mayuram dandavat kuryan mayuram dandanamakam kuryan mayuram pashvabhyam mayura pashvanamakam.
Okay, slowly relax. You can relax your hands and your wrists.
The next asana we have is the Pangu Mayurasana. Now in the previous asana, in the Danda Mayurasana, you are using both your hands to do the asana, right? In the Pangu Mayurasana, here's a little challenge. You're going to be holding your whole body weight with one hand.
So we'll be showing the asana now. So what you'll be doing is you'll be keeping one hand on the ground, the other hand will be on top of the hand on the ground, the palm on the ground, and you'll be lifting your body. So all your weight will be on one hand. Now as this is an advanced asana, a little simpler variation of this asana is where we'll keep one hand on the ground and the other hand will be balancing with the forearm. So you can keep the forearm on the ground and balance, bringing the elbow to the hip and balancing the wrist with the forearm. So let's all attempt the asana.
As you're doing this asana, visualize yourself as a peacock. See, how much ever you can do, you can try it. Try it out. So only when you try it out, you are actually stretching your muscles, right? So let's get started. Pangu Mayurasana. Mayuram मयूरासुरवत् संस्थाप्य एकेन हस्तेन हस्तस्य मणिबन्धं धारयेत् पङ्गुमयूरं भवति.
So yes, let's relax our wrists and also stretch it out for the other side of Pangu Mayurasana. You can rotate your wrist a little bit and then pull your hand back. The other hand also. Pull it back upwards, then fold it down and pull it. Yes. You can even hold your hand and you can hold your left hand with your right and pull it up towards your ear. The other side. Okay. Now let's move to the next asana. So the next is Pangu Mayurasana on the other hand. So the same thing, you can come onto your hand and hold the wrist or place your left hand on the right hand and you can use the forearm, this is a simpler variation, and bring your elbow to your hip. Now here, you can try keeping your hand in different positions, the hand that's going to balance the body. You can either keeping it facing backwards towards your body, or if you get more balance, you can even try with keeping your fingers towards the side, a little outside. So you can experiment with your body, listen to your body and see where exactly, in which position you get more balance. So let's all try and attempt this asana.
As you're doing this asana, visualize yourself as a peacock, engage in the Mula Bandha. Pangu Mayurasana. मयूरासन संस्थाप्य एकेन हस्तेन एकस्य हस्तस्य मणिबन्धं धारयेत् पङ्गुमयूरं भवति.
Yes, slowly relax.
Yes. The next asana we have is Jnanasana. So the next few asanas will be sitting and we'll be relaxing ourselves. So what you're going to be doing is, so you're going to be sitting and you'll be placing the sole of your left foot on the ground to the right side of your groin. And you're going to be placing your right foot backwards outside of the right hip. Now, as you're doing this position, engage in all three bandhas. First is the Mula Bandha, where you'll be clenching your perineum in. Second is the Udyana Bandha, where as you exhale, you're going to be pulling your stomach in and up. And third, tucking your chin to the chest. Visualize Goddess Saraswati, the goddess, the god for knowledge, the Hindu knowledge, Goddess Saraswati. Visualize her in your inner space, gaze at your nose, and engage in the Samana Kumbhaka. Repeat the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham in your throat center. Jnanasana. अतान्यादासनं कृत्वा सर्वव्याधिनिवारणं योगाभ्यसी भवे क्षिप्रं ज्ञानासनप्रसादतः.
We'll be moving to the next asana.
The next asana is Kubjikasana. Now you're going to be remaining the same position. Your legs are going to be in the same position, except your left foot, which you have placed on top of your thighs, right? Your left foot, you're going to be taking it and turning it upwards and placing it under your left armpit. Try your best. How much are you able to do?
Now here, to bring the foot under the armpit, in the underarm, let's try moving our legs outwards. So you can actually rock your leg a little bit and try moving it outwards, your knee to it outwards and backwards slightly. And slowly try pushing it. You can actually first keep it near your elbow, then try pushing it a little higher. And try pushing it more. Try bringing it as much as possible to your underarm. You can actually bring this hand here and slowly try pushing it outwards also, and placing it on the ground. Let's all try.
You'll feel like an engagement happening at your thigh level. As you're doing this asana, visualize yourself having no karma. You're being liberated from all the karmas and gaze at the third eye. Engage in the Mula Bandha and repeat the Mahavakya Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham in your throat center. Kubjikasana. Ata Jataragni Sandipanam Gulpam Gulma Pihasul Hara Kubjikasanam Kinchit Yak Shaktima Stapya Jano Udam Dritva Samparvartanena. Now relax yourself. The next asana is Bharadwajasana. Now keeping your right leg in the same position, now you're going to be placing your left foot on top of your right thigh. And you're going to be bringing your left hand around the back and catching hold of your left foot. So basically, your left hand is going to be coming behind you and holding on to your left foot, while your right hand is placed on top of your left knee. So you feel like a stretch happening to your back. You'll feel a stretch happening. Slowly turn yourself to the side. Feel the stretch happening in your back. Visualize Lord Kartikeya in your inner space. Gaze at your third eye. Engage in the Mula Bandha. Bharadwajasana. Uttala kurma pitascha semhes garudamevacha vatayanam ghomukam cha bharadwajam trivikramam. Now Relax yourself. The next asana is Virasana. Now keeping the right leg in the same position, you're going to be placing the left heel on your navel. So like you're going to be placing the left heel on your navel and your toes are towards the chest. And as you're doing this, try your best to hold it. Now the full asana is as you're doing this, like your foot will be placed at your navel, both your hands will be on the respective knees and gaze at your nose.
So try holding your foot here, and the toes will be facing upwards, so it may give a little stretch in your ankle. So try as much as you can to hold the foot over here and bring your hands on the knees.
Virasana 5. Ekam padamate kasmin vinyasit urasam idarasmin tata pascham virasadamiti ratam.
Slowly relax.
The next asana is Bhairavasana. Now remain the same position. Your legs are going to be remaining the same position what we had in Virasana, except both your hands is going to be raised above your head in the Parishu Mudra. Yes, sorry for a technical glitch. So we next asana is Bhairavasana. So keeping your legs in the same position, except you're going to be interlacing your fingers in the Parisha Mudra and stretching them above your head. Gaze at your nose. Visualize yourself at the head of the pack of a hyenas. Bhairavasana. मूलद्वारतीक भैसिका धारे वामपाद गुदा औदव करे एदी अग्रगुदा तरी धारे ऊर्ध्वचिति अंगुशतरी करे. Now slowly relax yourself. The next asana is Baddha Maschendrasana. Now what you're going to be doing, you're going to be placing the left foot, you're going to be relaxing yourself from this position, your leg position. You're going to be placing your left foot on top of your right thigh. And you're going to be placing the right foot over top and to the side of your right knee. Now, we'll be showing the asana for all the viewers. First, let's see it first. Then we'll be guiding all of you on how to do the asana. Now, as you're having this leg position, twist the body towards the raised knee and wrap the arms around the raised knee and clasp the hand behind the back. So, we now will be doing a simpler version. So, what you're going to be doing, you're going to be placing your right foot on the ground. Okay, you're going to be placing your right foot on the ground and your left knee will be placed at the ground. This will be touching the knee. It will be touching the ground. Try your best. If you're not able to, try to push it. Make sure your knees are touching the ground. Try your best to do it. Then you're going to be twisting yourself. So you're going to be now twisting your body towards the raised knee. And then your left hand is going to be turning. Both your hands are going to be clasping behind the back. You'll feel like kind of a stretch happening for your back. Gaze at your third eye. Visualize the great sage Yogi Maschendranath, who is the founder of Hatha Yoga, in your inner space and repeat the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivam in your throat center.
Is the leg on the ground?
Okay. This is the, okay. So now you're going to be placing your hands behind the raised knee, and then clasping both the hands behind at the back. For those of you who want little simpler version, the legs which is behind, right, the left foot which is placed at your right thigh, you're going to be placing it on the ground, and you'll be bringing your right foot on top of over your right or over your left knee. Okay, so this is a kind of like simpler version, and you'll be bringing yourself towards the raised knee and clasping your hands behind the back. Gaze at it in Baddha Maschendrasana. मश्चेन्द्रपीतं जठरप्रदीप्तं प्रचण्डुरुक्मण्डलखण्डनास्त्रम् अभ्यासदकुण्डलिनी प्रबोधं धन्दस्तरतं हृदादिपुंसाम्. Now, slowly relax yourself. Now we'll be repeating this sequence on the other side. We'll be now repeating the from the Jnanasana. So the earlier we actually we'll be working on our right leg. Now we'll be doing it on our left leg. So you're going to be placing the sole of your right foot on the ground to the left side of your groin. Okay, you'll be placing the right foot on the ground. You'll be placing it towards the left side of your groin. And then you'll be placing the left foot backwards outside the left hip. Now engage in all three bandhas. The Mula Bandha, sucking the perineum in. Udyana Bandha, pulling your stomach in and up. And as you're going to be engaging the Samana Kumbhaka, right? You inhale and exhale, tucking the chin to the chest. Gaze at your nose. Visualize Goddess Saraswati in your inner space and repeat the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham in your throat center. Jnanasana. Atanyāsanam kritva sarvavyādi nivaranam yogabhyasi bhave kshipram jnanasana prasadataha. The next asana is Kubjikasana. Now your left leg remains in the same position. You're going to be taking the right foot and turning it upwards and placing it in your right armpit. Try your best to do it. First, you can bring it yourself to the back of your hand. Then slowly move it to your elbows and to behind your forearms. And like that, try your best to push it under your right armpit. Gaze at the third eye. Visualize yourself having no karma, being liberated from all the karmas. Gaze at the third eye. Kubjikasana. Jataragnis Sandipanam Gulmapiha Samhar Kubjikasanam Kinchayat Shaktimastapya Jano Mudvam Dhritva Sam Paravartanena. Now relax yourself. The next asana is Bharadvajasana. Now remaining your left leg in the same position, you're going to be bringing your right foot on top of your left thigh. And bring the right hand around back and catch hold of your right foot. So basically your right hand is going to be going behind you and holding on to your right foot. And bring the left hand outside of the right thigh and twist yourself. Gaze at the third eye. Visualize Kartikeya, Lord Kartikeya in your inner space. Bharadvajasana. Uttana kurma pitescha semhes garudamevacha vatayadam gho. Yes. The next asana is Virasana 1, Virasana 5. So now continue to keep the left leg in the same position. Now place the right, you're going to be bringing your right leg on your navel center. Place your right heel on the navel center and toes are towards the chest. First, you can try to hold it with both your hands and be comfortable in that position. As you feel okay, you can hold your leg in that position, like your right foot on your chest. Relax both the hands on respective knees. But if you're not able to do it, place both the hands. Place one hand at your holding on to your left on your right foot and your left hand on the left knee. Gaze at your nose, visualizing you're embodying the state and space of bravery, Veera, bravery in your inner space. Veerasana 5. एकं पादमते कस्मिन् विन्यस्येद्रि संस्थितं यतरस्मिन् तथा पश्चात् वीरासनमिति ऋतम्. Next asana is Bhairavasana. Now your legs are going to be in the same position. Your legs are going to be in the same position, Virasana 5, except you're going to be interlacing your fingers in the Parisha Mudra and stretching them above your head. Gaze at your nose. Visualize yourself at the head of a wolf pack. Engage in a Mula Bandha in Bhairavasana 2. मूलद्वारतीक बैसिका धरे वामपाद गुदा ओदो करे एदी अग्र गुदतरि धरे ऊर्ध्वचिदि अंगुष्ठतरि करे. Now relax yourself. The next asana is Baddha Maschendrasana. Now you're going to be placing the right foot on top of the left thigh. And you're going to be placing the left foot over to the side. You're going to be placing the left foot over the top to the side of your right knee. Okay. So for a simpler version, you're going to be relaxing your right thigh from your thighs. Sorry, your right leg from the thighs. You're going to be placing your right leg on the ground and you're bringing your left leg on over the right knee. Place this on the ground and you're going to be twisting your body to the raised knee and slowly bring both the hands and try to clasp them behind the back. Gaze at your third eye, visualize the great sage Maschendranatha in your inner space and engage in a Mula Bandha where you're going to be clenching your perineum in. Baddha Maschendrasana. मश्चेन्द्रपीतं जठरप्रदीप्तं प्रचण्डरुक्मण्डलखण्डनास्त्रम् अभ्यासतकुण्डलिनी प्रबोधं दन्तस्तरतं हृदादिपुंसाम्. Now slowly relax yourself. Bring yourself to a comfortable position. The next asana is Baddha Konasana. So what you're going to be doing is you're going to be sitting and bringing the soles of the feet together in front of you. And this is similar to the Bhadrasana in Trithiya Vinyasa Krama. So except you're going to be interlacing fingers around your toes in the Parisha Mudra and keep your elbows straight. Try to keep your elbows straight, gaze at your nose, visualize Swamiji in your inner space, engage in the Mula Bandha where you're clenching your perineum in. You'll feel like a stretch touching to the perineum. If you not, try your best. Actually, you can lean forward little bit. Like when you lean forward, you'll feel like little more of the stretch is happening. You feel the pull happening at your thighs. And slowly try to push your knees also touching the ground. If you're not able to do it, use both your hands to push it down. Give a little force to it. You'll feel like a complete stretch happening within your thighs. Baddha Konasana. So we will entering to the new pranayama, which is the Shanta pranayama. Okay, Baddha Konasana. पाद्मं ब्रह्मासता सैद्धं स्वस्तिकं वज्रमासनं भद्रकोणं भद्रपृष्ठं मूलबन्धं तथैव च. Now relax yourself. The next asana is Bhadrasana 4. Okay. So now bringing yourself in the same position, you're going to be placing your right hand on top of your heel and your left hand on top of the right heel. Sorry for that. You're going to be placing your right hand on top of your heels, and your left hand will be placed on top of your heels. So you're going to be placing both your hands on your heels. And then gaze at your nose. Visualize Lord Veerabhadra in your inner space. Engage in the Shanta Kumbhaka. And as you're doing this asana, suck the perineum in the Moola Bandha. Repeat the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham in your throat center. Bhadrasana 4. वृषणादीनी चे शिवनीना धाबा बगमाम दाभा बगनी ये दिपगने उलता वीने राखवे. Now relax yourself. The next asanas.
Yes, Nithyananda, sorry about that. So now the next asana that we are going to be entering into is asana 477, which is Yoni-asana. So in this asana, you are going to be holding onto your feet and turn your toes inwards and down to your perineum. Okay, so bring your toes to the perineum and you will try to turn your toes
inwards and down. It's a bit of an advanced asana, so try to do as much as you're able to. Okay, and now you're going to be, yes, so you're going to keep your heels under the perineum here and sit on your sole and place your palms on your knees. Okay, you will gaze at the tip of your nose, engage the Mula Bandha, lock in your perineum, and visualize the Yoni Mandala, which is the symbol of the creative energy of the universe. Gaze at the tip of your nose as well as gaze internally. Continue to chant Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. And here the pranayama you will be engaging is the Shanta pranayama, where you will restrain the Vayu, the air inside of you, and visualize its presence inside and outside of your body. That is called the Shanta Kumbhaka.
पादो समील्य पादाग्रे अधरे पाश्निलाघाददः आनीय पादतलयो संविश्चित् योन्यासनं भवति.
Yes. So now we are going to be entering into Gorakshasana, Bhadrasana. So again the feet remains in the same position and continue to place your palms on your knees and continue with the Shanta Kumbhaka here and visualize the great sage Goraknath. Here you will be engaging all the three bandhas. So lock in your perineum, breathe in, and as you are exhaling, tuck your tummy in and up and lock your chin to your chest. Continue to chant Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Gaze at your third eye as well as gaze internally.
Vrishanani niche shivanina dhava bhagamam dhava pagane edi pagane ulatavine rakhavi.
Yes. Now we are going to be entering into Kama Dahanasana. So in this asana you are going to be sitting and bringing your heels to the perineum. Yes. So bring your heels to the perineum and interlace your fingers behind you and hold on to your feet firmly. Continue to engage the Shanta Kumbhaka. Restrain the Vayu inside of you and visualize the air inside and outside of your body. Engage the Mula Bandha here, lock in the perineum and chant Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Visualize Swamiji, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, is burning up all your patterns with his love and compassion. And gaze at your third eye as well as gaze internally.
Padrasanam sukham sthapya viparite tu dvepade anena yadi kurya chaitat kamadahanam bhavet.
Good. Relax. Now let us enter into Supta Bhada Konasana. So here you are going to be sitting and bringing your feet inwards and towards your navel, as you can see here. Yes, and you're gonna press the feet against the stomach and hold on your palms behind your neck. Okay, bring your elbows together here and gaze at the tip of your nose. Yes, and continue with the Shanta Kumbhaka, lock in your perineum and continue to chant Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Visualize Swamiji, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam. Gaze at the tip of your nose as well as gaze internally.
Mahamudra Bhadra Kono Tadasana Vivedakan Vinotanam Sada Kuryad Antarvatni Patipriya.
Good. Relax. And now the next asana is Beka Bekasana 2. So remain in the same position as the previous asana. So bring your feet inwards towards your navel and press your feet against your stomach and hold on with your palms behind your neck. Bring the elbows together. Continue to chant the continue to engage the Shanta Kumbhaka, lock in your perineum into the Mula Bandha. Continue to chant Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham, gaze at your third eye. And here you will visualize yourself as a frog.
ध्यायेदि चित्पदं भ्रान्तमासनस्तः सुखाय च यदि सर्वाङ्गमोत्तल गगने केच्छरासनं महावेगासनं प्रोक्तं सर्वसिद्धिप्रदायकं महाविद्यं महामन्त्रं प्राप्नोति जपिता यः.
Relax. And now let us enter into asana 482, which is Bhagasana 2. So in Bhagasana, you are going to be bringing your soles together, your toes touching the navel. So point your toes towards the sky and touch the navel. Place your hands on your respective knees here and gaze at the tip of your nose. Continue to engage the Shanta Kumbhaka. Lock in your perineum in the Mula Bandha. Continue to chant Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham and visualize Swamiji, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam.
Paga ulata modi bese paga kya mahile gulupa mukula kula pasatha lagave pache pagatalya ki pishti hatasyo modi jhaga barali kani anya pagatili pishti lagave meda upari paga ki aguli agra milave.
Good, relax. And now let us enter into Siddhi Jiva Asana. So in this asana, you are going to be sitting and bringing your soles together at the perineum, and you are going to raise the toes upwards and keep the heels on the ground. Okay? Place your hands on your knees, gaze at the tip of your nose as well as gaze internally. Continue with the Shanta Kumbhaka and continue to chant Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham in your inner space. Here we will be engaging two bandhas. One is the Mula Bandha, where you are going to be locking your perineum, and the second is the Udhyana Bandha. So as you are breathing out, tuck your tummy in and up, and visualize yourself as living the life of a perfected yogi.
Siddhi Jivasana. Pagako uso jojai.
Good, relax. And now let us enter into Pani Patrasana. In this asana, you are going to be bringing the outside of your 2 feet together. Okay? And press your soles of the feet towards the navel. Bring your palms together into the Anjali Mudra, representing a water pot, and continue with the Shanta Kumbhaka here, and lock in your perineum in the Mula Bandha. Chant Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham internally and visualize yourself as a source of water.
Nabo samstapagulpocha tanmadye karapatratam shainer yatnena kurvita panipat patram taduchyate.
Good, relax. Now the next asana is asana number 485, which is Shapta Rishi Asana. So in this asana, you are going to be pressing the feet onto the respective armpits. So we'll show you how to do this asana. So bring both your feet under your armpits, and you're going to be, and you're going to be now interlocking your fingers and place your hands on your heads. So if you're not able to fully come into this asana, try to bring one leg under your armpit. Try to bring one leg under your armpit, okay, and interlace your fingers above your head. Continue to engage with the Shanta Kumbhaka here, which is continue to engage with the Shanta Kumbhaka, restrain the Vayu inside your body and visualize its presence inside and outside of your body. And lock in the Mula Bandha here and continue to chant Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Gaze at the tip of your nose as well as gaze internally and visualize yourself one of the 7 Shapta Rishis. Let us all enter into this asana.
Do u paga ke pagatale tina ke lay ke jusoye. Do u kanani mai dare nasa drino samoye. Bahuro hastaka kasi kare sole ani. Sina paradare dina prati tena bare sadi ave. Saptarini sonama kahave.
Good. Relax. It's always nice to do yoga as a team. So the next program, Paramashivoham, is happening February 1st. So please come and attend. It's completely free, where you can have a deeper experience of the Nithyananda Yoga as a team. So now let us enter into Suktyasana. So in Suktyasana, you are going to rise up onto your knees, okay, and bend the knees inside. So yes, so bend your knees inside, heels touching one another at the groin, okay. So the feet should be pointing outwards here. Yes, so in this asana, this is an advanced asana, so we'll explain to you how to do it. So you're gonna bring your soles together at the perineum, right? And then you're gonna try to raise the knee towards the stomach, bring them towards the stomach, and you're gonna try to bring them together. So try to bring the knees together, okay? Yes. And you're going to be keeping the hands to the ankles, hold on the feet in place. Continue to chant continue to engage the Shanta Kumbhaka here. Lock in the perineum in the Mula Bandha and chant Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Here you will visualize yourself as a pearl born from the womb of an oyster, and gaze forward as well as gaze internally.
काष्णिनाभो संस्थाप्य जङ्घाबहिः प्रदेशेन समील्ययेत् शुक्रासनं भवति.
Yes, you can relax. Yes, and now the next asana is an easy asana, which is Sthirasana. So in this asana, you are going to be keeping your legs crossed in Padmasana. So place both the legs on top of your thigh in Padmasana, and you're going to be placing your hands, so interlace your fingers and place your hands in front of you. Yes. And you're going to lean forward and press the hips down. And you're going to lift your head up and you're going to stick your tongue out and gaze at your third eye. Continue with the Shanta Kumbhaka here. So stick your tongue out. Continue with the Shanta Kumbhaka here. Lock in the perineum in the Mula Bandha. Chant Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham in your inner space and visualize that you're sitting in the space of oneness with Swamiji, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavad Nithyananda Paramashivam. Gaze at your third eye as well as gaze internally.
Jamanam pagane pane pane daba pagani agani cherakine ane daba pagane pane jamano jamanu pagani nagani cherakine besavum arthata paloni tivaline besavum teripurasana kahevayache.
Good, relax. Now the next asana is Ambhujasana. So in this asana, continue to remain seated in Padmasana. Place your palms on your respective knees and you are going to be raising up the Apana Vayu Prana and retain the air. You are going to hold on to your maximum capacity here. This is the Kaka Chanku Kumbhaka. Here you will engage your Mula Bandha as well as the Uddiyana Bandha. So lock in your perineum. And as you are breathing out, suck your stomach in and up. Continue to chant Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham in your inner space and visualize yourself born from a lotus flower. Here you will gaze at the tip of, you will gaze at your third eye as well as internally.
Apanamutapya sani shvashaktihin pranam samakrishya kumbhakanam chare dritva yataskit nure chaye shani vayum dadagnam smritama bhujasanam.
Good, relax. Now the next asana is Kamalasana. So in Kamalasana, continue to remain seated in Padmasana. Now place your palms on the respective knees and yes, hold on to your knees with your respective palms, so cross your hands. Here continue with the Kaka Chanku Kumbhaka where you will fold your tongue, so basically fold your tongue in between your lips and draw in the air through the folded tongue. Okay, that's Kaka Chanku Kumbhaka, and here engage the Mula Bandha and lock in your perineum and engage the Uddiyana Bandha. So as you're breathing out, suck your stomach in and up. Continue to chant Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham in your inner space. Gaze at your third eye as well as gaze internally and visualize yourself being born from a lotus flower.
Tatra Kaulasanam Kritva Athava Kamalasanam Mahavidya Mahamantram Japtva Lingamavapyunat.
Good, relax. And now let us enter into the next asana, which is asana number 490, which is Uttamangasana. Okay, so here you are going to be sitting with your legs on your opposite thigh. Okay, so be in Padmasana still. And now you are going to be lowering your body and touching your head to the ground. Extend your hands forward on the floor. Here continue to engage into the Kaka Chanku Kumbhaka. So Roll your tongue in between your lips and draw in air through your tongue. Engage the Mula Bandha here, lock in your perineum, and continue to chant Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham in your inner space. Gaze at your third eye as well as gaze internally. Here you will visualize Swamiji, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam. Let us all enter into this asana.
स्थित्वै तधासने मन्त्री अधाशीर्ष करोति चेत् उत्तमङ्गासनं ज्ञेयं योगिनामति दुर्लभम्.
Okay, relax. Now the next asana is Padmasana 5. So continue to remain seated in the same position, and now you are going to be interlacing your fingers and bring them on top of your head, forming an arc with your arms, and you are going to be turning your head to the right and gaze at your armpit. In this asana you will continue with the Kaka Chunku Kumbhaka, same pranayama as the previous asana, and engage the both bandhas here. Lock in your perineum in the Mula Bandha and suck your stomach in and up as you're breathing out in the Uddiyana Bandha. Chant Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham in your inner space. Gaze forward as well as gaze internally, and visualize Paramashiva blessing you and making you experience great peace.
उपविश्याशने सम्यग् बाहुकृत्वर्ध कुञ्चितो कक्षो यमीमनः कुर्वन् समम् आयति चालयात्.
Good. Relax. And now let us enter into the next asana, which is Kulyasana. In Kulyasana, you are going to remain seated in Padmasana, crossing both the legs on top of your thigh, and you are going to be placing the right hand on your forehead and the left hand will be behind your neck. You will be gazing at your third eye here as well as gaze internally. Continue with the Kaka Chunku Kumbhaka. Lock in your perineum in the Mula Bandha and continue to chant Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham in your inner space. And here you are going to be visualizing a river of Shakti, conscious energy flowing into you through the Sahasrara Chakra, through the crown center on top of your head.
अतकुल्यासनं वक्ष्ये यत्कृत्वा कौलिको भवेत् एकहस्तं मस्तकस्थोऽधः शीर्षे विनागेकरम्.
Good. Relax. Now let us enter into the next asana, which is Divyasana. In Divyasana, remain seated in Padmasana. Now you are going to be wrapping your right hand around the back and hold on to your left elbow, and you are going to be placing the left hand on your stomach. Now you are going to be leaning forward and touching your nose to the ground. And in this asana, continue with the Kaka Chunku Kumbhaka. Roll your tongue in between your lips and breathe in air through your tongue. Engage the Mula Bandha, lock in your perineum. Continue to chant Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Gaze at the tip of your nose as well as gaze internally. And visualize all the celestial gods and goddesses blessing you.
अथ दिव्यासनं वक्ष्ये पृष्ठं हस्तेन बन्धयेत् एकहस्तमध्ये देशं भूमिहस्तं च नाशयात्.
Good. Relax. Now the next asana is asana number 494, which is Padmasana 5 repeated on the other side. So here remain seated in Padmasana and bring your hands together, interlacing your fingers on top of your head. Now you are going to be gazing at your left armpit. Okay. Continue with the Kaka Chunku Kumbhaka here. And lock in your perineum in the Mula Bandha. Suck your stomach in and up as you're breathing out in the Uddiyana Bandha. Chant Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham in your inner space. And you are going to visualize Lord Shiva is blessing you and making you experience the ultimate peace. Gaze internally.
उपविश्यासने सम्यक् बहुकीर्तिवर्धः कुञ्चितो कक्ष्यव्योम्नि मनः कुर्वान् समं मायति तलयात्.
Good. Relax. Yes, now let us enter into Kulyasana, repeated on the other side. So remain seated in Padmasana. Now you are going to be bringing your left hand on top of your forehead, and you are going to be bringing your right hand behind your neck. Continue to perform the Kaka Chanku Kumbhaka and engage the Mula Bandha here. Lock in your perineum. Continue to chant Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham in your inner space internally. Gaze at your third eye as well as gaze internally, and visualize a river of Shakti, conscious energy flowing into you through the Sahasrara chakra, through the crown chakra.
अथ कुल्यासनं वक्ष्ये यत्कृत्वा कौलिको भवेत् एकहस्तं मस्तकस्थोदः शीर्षे विनगेकरम्.
Good. Relax. And now the next asana is Divyasana, repeated on the other side. So remain seated in Padmasana. Yes, remain seated in Padmasana. And now you are going to be wrapping the left arm behind your back and hold on to your right elbow, and you're going to be placing the right hand on top of your stomach. Lean forward and touch the nose to the ground. Continue with the Kaka Chanku Kumbhaka here. Roll your tongue in between your lips and draw in air through your lips. Engage your Mula Bandha, lock in your perineum, chant Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham in your inner space. Gaze at the tip of your nose as well as gaze internally, and visualize all the celestial gods and goddesses are blessing you.
अथ दिव्यासनं वक्ष्ये पृष्ठं हस्तेन बन्धयेत् एकहस्तेन मध्यदेशं भूमिहस्तं च माशया.
Relax. Now let us enter into Pavanasana. So in Pavanasana, you are going to be remain seated in Padmasana, and you are going to be placing both the hands on top of your navel, and you are going to be raising your head upward, and inhale deeply and seal your nostril, meaning hold on to the Kumbhaka. Continue with the Kaka Chanku Kumbhaka here, and lock in your perineum in the Mula Bandha. Chant internally Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham, and here you are going to visualize that your body is becoming completely purified. Gaze at your third eye.
अथान्यदासनं वक्ष्ये साधकानां हिताय वै पवनासनरूपो केचरो योगिरात् भवेत् स्थित्वा बद्धासनं धीरो नाभरेधाकराद्वयम् उदरे वामोदप्रिवेद्वायुं निरुध्येत् यामविले.
Good. Relax. And now let us enter into the next asana, which is Valgulyasana. In Valgulyasana, you will remain seated in Padmasana. Now you are going to be bringing your hands in between your legs, okay? And you are going to be bending your elbows and hold on to your neck, all right? So you are going to be tucking your chin to your chest here. Gaze at the tip of your nose. Engage the Ujjayi Pranayama here. So you will constrict your navel center slightly and breathe in deeply, producing the sound of an ocean. Here engage the Mula Bandha, lock in your perineum, as well as engage the lock in your chin to your chest, and continue with the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham here. Gaze at the tip of your nose and gaze internally. Here you will visualize yourself as a bat.
Atha bhuri bhukthasya pachanam sadyo jara mula sulado valgulasanam stitva samam sarijye trina krita sa svaksharnorvo.
Good. Relax. Slowly come down. And now let us enter into the next asana, which is Parasarama Asana 2. So here you will continue to remain seated in Padmasana, crossing your legs, placing them on top of the opposite thigh. And again you are going to be bringing your hands in between your legs. And you are going to be again holding the back of your neck. Okay. Continue to gaze at the tip of your nose and internally. Continue with the Ujjayi Pranayama. Here the bandha and the visualization is different. So in this you are going to lock in your perineum in the Mula Bandha, and you are going to also engage the Uddiyana Bandha, which is as you are breathing out, suck your stomach in and up. Okay. And the visualization here is Lord Rama in your inner space. Gaze at the tip of your nose.
Atha parasharamasana pratama kare padmasana ache sudoso vebu paripache.
Good. And now you can relax. The next asana is Garbha Pindasana. So in this asana, remain seated in Padmasana and bring your hands in between your legs again. Bend your elbows, place your hands over the ears here. Alright, so your hands will be on your ears and hold on to this position. Now you are going to be rolling back and rocking forward and backward, making one full circle and coming back to the original position. Yes. So this is a dynamic asana where you're going to roll back and come back up. While you are doing this asana, engage the Ujjayi Pranayama. Yeah, engage the Ujjayi Pranayama here. Lock in your perineum in the Mula Bandha and continue to chant Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham in your inner space. Visualize yourself here generating unlimited potential energy and gaze at the tip of your nose as well as gaze forward.
Mayuram pincha mayuram padmapita samanvitam kauputam garbhapindam cha kurmam yoga narasimhakam.
Okay, relax. Now let us enter into the next asana. Yes, the next asana is asana number 501. So we are almost over with the complete sequence. So this asana is Simhasana 2. So in Simhasana, you are going to remain seated in Padmasana and you are going to be placing your hands down on the mat in front of your body. Yeah, and you are going to lean forward and pressing your hips down. So you are going to lift your head up and stick your tongue out. Gaze at your third eye. Continue to engage the Ujjayi Pranayama here. Constrict your stomach slightly, breathe in and produce the son of an ocean. Lock in the perineum in the Moola Bandha. Chant Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham in your inner space. Here you will visualize yourself embodying the space and the state of a lion. Gaze at your third eye and gaze internally.
Uttana kurma pitai cha sainham gururame cha vatayanam lokam cha bharadvajam trivikramam.
Yes. You can relax. Now the next asana is Urdhva Kukutasana. Okay. So in this asana, you are going to be remain seated in Padmasana, and you are going to place the hand on your mat in front of you or by your side, whichever is easier for you, and you are going to be lifting your legs up. Okay, and continue with the Ujjayi pranayama here. Engage the Moola Bandha, lock in your perineum, continue to chant Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham in your inner space, and gaze forward and visualize yourself as a rooster.
ऊर्ध्व कुक्कुटवासिष्ठ मरीचिहनमत्सकं परिवृत्तिं चोदरस्य विविधं धनुरासनम्.
Good, relax. Now let us enter into Padmasana 6. So remain seated in the same position, your legs in the same position. Now you are going to be bringing your hands around your back. So cross your hands around your back and hold on to the opposite toes in the Prana Mudra. So with your index finger and your middle finger, you're going to be holding on to your opposite toes. Press your chin to the chest. Gaze at the tip of your nose. Continue with the Ujjayi pranayama here and lock in your perineum in the Moola Bandha. Chant Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham in your inner space and visualize yourself as a lotus flower.
अथ पद्मासनं वामोरुपरि दक्षिणं च चरणं संस्थाप्य वामं तथा दक्षोरुपरि पश्चिमेन विधिन धृत्वा खराभ्यां धृतम् अङ्गुष्ठो हृदये निधाय चिबुकं नासाग्रमवलोकयेत् एतद्वद्विनिशाकरी यमेनं पद्मासनं प्रोच्यते.
Good. Relax. And now let us enter into the next asana, which is Bhada Padmasana. So remain seated in the same position and again cross your hands behind you and holding on to your opposite toes in the Prana Mudra and continue to engage the Ujjayi pranayama here. The bandha is different. Here we are going to be engaging the Moola Bandha, lock in the perineum, and we are going to be engaging the Uddiyana Bandha. So as you are breathing out, suck your stomach in and up and chant Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham in your inner space and visualize yourself as a lotus flower. Gaze at the tip of your nose.
पद्मासनं सुसंस्थाप्य तदाङ्गुष्ठद्वयं पुनः व्युत्क्रमेणैव हस्ताभ्यां बद्धपद्मासनं भवेत्.
Yes, relax. Now let us enter into the next asana, which is Padmasana 7. So now remain seated in the same position. Now you are going to be bringing your hands to the either side of your neck and you are going to be holding on to your neck. Okay, and press your chin to the chest here. Continue with the Ujjayi pranayama and lock your perineum in the Moola Bandha and visualize that you have renounced the society and gaze at the tip of your nose, gaze internally also. Here in this position, while in this position, you are actually gently pressing the Vijnana nadis here. Okay,
पद्मासनस्थिता योगी जनसङ्गविवर्जितः विज्ञानदिद्विताय मणिगूलाभ्य निरोधयेत्.
Good. Relax. And now the next asana is asana number 506. So here you are going to remain seated in Padmasana. Now lie down onto your back. Lie down onto your back. And then you are going to be lifting your legs upwards. Yes, you can bring your hands to your lower back for support. Elbows on the mat. Gaze at the tip of your nose. Here you will perform the Murcha Kumbhaka. You are going to be breathing in and slowly breathe out. Engage the Mula Bandha here, lock in your perineum, tuck your chin to the chest and chant Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham in your inner space and visualize yourself as an inverted lotus flower in this asana. Gaze at the tip of your nose as well as gaze internally.
शतमार्धपद्मासनानि वेदे बेसिपचिसुई मातुम्बेय परिराखी केदने बामने हाताना अर्धरति ऊंची करे करीते पालोंती अधर उपदग्रखावीते ऊर्ध्वपदा पद्मासन के कहेवायचे.
Good, relax. Now slowly bring your lower back onto the ground and remain seated in Padmasana here, and you will bring your legs on the ground. Okay? Here you are going to be performing the Sahaja Kumbhaka. So just breathe in and out normally but deeply. Now bring your hands behind you. In this asana, you are going to be placing your right palm on top of your left palm behind your head. Engage all the three bandhas. Lock in your perineum. Suck your stomach in and up as you're breathing out and lock your chin to your chest. Continue to chant Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham in your inner space. Here you will visualize yourself as a mountain standing stably for thousands of years. Gaze at the tip of your nose.
अतवक्षे महादेव पर्वतासनमङ्गलं यत्कृत्वा स्थिररूपी स्यात् षट्चक्रादिविलोपनम्.
Good. Relax. And now the last asana is Shivasana. And with this we are completing this Trithiya Vinyasa Krama. So lie down comfortably on your mat. Relax your hands, relax your feet. Unclutch from your body, unclutch from any pain, discomfort that you might be experiencing, and unclutch from your mind. Visualize that you are dead and Swamiji, the avatar of Paramashiva, is liberating you. Engage in the Sahaja Kumbhaka here. Just breathe in and out normally and gaze at the tip of your nose. You can close your eyes and gaze at the tip of your nose.
अथ चित्तवृषान्तो शवासनम् उत्थानमुर्व्यासयननिराय प्रसाय पादौ सरसम्.
I welcome you all with my love and respect.
Okay. Now slowly relax. Wiggle your toes, your fingers, and bring your knees to your chest. Roll your body right and left. And slowly come up to a sitting position. Congratulations, we've completed the Trithiya Vinyasa Krama 508 asanas. Yes, and I hope you enjoyed it, and join us again tomorrow for another session of the Nithyananda Yoga, where we'll be starting with the Pratama Vinyasa Krama. And do join us at 4 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And with this also, of course, the satsang is continuing every day at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Swamiji will be coming personally and delivering more truths directly from Paramashiva every day during this Nithyanandotsavam, the Avatar Dinotsavam of Swamiji. So now let us end with the Purna Mantra. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudashyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shantihi. Hari Om Tat Sat Sarvam Bhagvat Shri Nithyananda Paramashivam Padukarpanamastu. Om Nithyanandam. Thank you everyone, and see you again tomorrow.